Okay, now that you've had a chance to play around with After Effects and create a simple kinetic type animation, we're going to look at more specific type effects. The first one we're going to take a look at is something like this. It's a simple effect you can make simulating a typewriter. So to get started, I am going to go ahead and go to New, Project. Don't need to save this one. And I will start my composition. I'm going to leave everything the same, except I've changed my timeline to just 5 seconds for this demonstration. I guess we go ahead and give it a name. Okay, now that we have our composition, let's go ahead and add our phrase. I'm using the font American Typewriter. You can get this from Google Fonts. And there's our simple phrase. Let's get it centered here. Now, to add our animation, we're going to come down to our timeline and expand our layer. When you expand your layer, you get some extra features that allow you to animate. So go ahead and click Animate, and we're going to do a character offset animation. Now we have more settings to play around with. Don't get overwhelmed. There's a lot going on here. I'm going to walk you through what you need to do. So we've added an animation to the text. Now within the animation, we're going to add a specific property. And that's going to be an opacity property. So what I want to do is, to start my composition, I want the text to not show at all. So down here where we have opacity, go ahead and set that to 0. Now we can complete our animation by extending the range selector and creating a keyframe. We're going to leave this at 0, and then we're going to drag our timeline indicator to the end, and we're going to set the opacity to 100% at the end. There's one final step that we need to do, and that's down here in Advanced. We're going to change the smoothness and set it to 0. Once that's done, drag our timeline indicator back to the beginning, hit your spacebar, and you have a very simple typewriter effect.